Every sound the ocean makes that scientists can't explain. In 1997, hydrophones thousands of miles apart picked up the same sound, at the same time, loud enough that researchers immediately knew something was wrong. It wasn't a whale. It wasn't a ship. It wasn't anything in their database. Scientists have since recorded at least 6 of these sounds. Most have a theory attached, none are fully proven, and one of them to this day still doesn't have an explanation that everyone agrees on. These are the ocean's strangest, unexplained sounds. Sound 1. The Bloop, 1997. In the summer of 1997, NOAA's Equatorial Pacific Hydrophone Array picked up an extremely loud, ultra-low frequency sound, recorded by sensors nearly 3,000 miles apart. Researchers nicknamed it the Bloop because of how it appeared on their recordings. When sped up to make it audible to human ears, the sound resembles something out of a horror movie, a deep, descending groan. NOAA's official explanation attributes it to an icequake, a large-scale cracking event from an iceberg. But the sound's amplitude was strong enough to be detected at a distance no known whale call has ever matched, which is exactly why some researchers still aren't fully satisfied with the explanation. The Bloop's official file is closed. The public's curiosity about it never was. Sound 2. Julia, 1999. On March 1, 1999, NOAA recorded a sound lasting nearly 3 minutes, loud enough to be picked up across the entire Equatorial Pacific Hydrophone Array. When slowed for analysis, the sound seemed to almost form a word, which is exactly how it earned its name, Julia. NOAA's leading explanation points to a massive iceberg running aground off the coast of Antarctica. The exact origin point was only narrowed down to somewhere between Cape Adare and the Bransfield Strait, a location so remote that confirming the theory directly has never been possible. A sound that sounds like a name, recorded once, never fully verified. Sound 3. Slow Down, 1997. Recorded on May 19, 1997, this sound lasted roughly 7 minutes and gradually decreased in frequency throughout its duration, which is exactly how it got its name. The leading theory matches several other entries on this list. Another iceberg, grinding against the seafloor as it breaks apart. But not every researcher agrees. Some have pointed to the possibility of a giant squid as an alternative explanation, a theory that remains unproven but persistent, partly because so little is actually known about how giant squid behave at the depths where this sound originated. When your two competing theories are melting ice or giant squid, you understand exactly why this sound refuses to leave the public's imagination. Sound 4. Upsweep, ongoing since 1991. This is the one that should genuinely unsettle you, because unlike every other sound on this list, upsweep never stopped. Since 1991, NOAA has continuously detected this sound, a long train of narrow, rising frequency tones, repeated over and over. Its source location sits roughly halfway between Australia and South America, in one of the most remote stretches of ocean on Earth. Strangely, upsweep changes with the seasons, growing loudest in spring and autumn, and nobody has a confirmed explanation for why. The leading theory connects it to undersea volcanic activity. The volume has been gradually decreasing for decades, but as of recent recordings, it can still be detected today. A sound that's been echoing through the Pacific for over 30 years, still active, still unexplained. Sound 5. The Whistle, 1997. Recorded on July 7, 1997, the whistle stands apart from every other sound on this list for one specific reason. Only a single hydrophone ever picked it up. That makes triangulating its exact origin point essentially impossible. NOAA noted that the sound shares similarities with previously recorded volcanic activity in the Mariana Volcanic Arc. But with only one data point and no way to cross-reference its location, the whistle remains the least understood entry in NOAA's entire unexplained sound archive. A single sound, heard once, by one machine, in the middle of the largest ocean on Earth. Sound 6. The Ping, 2017. This one is different from the rest, because it wasn't just detected by scientific equipment. People heard it too. During the summer of 2017, a persistent underwater ringing sound, nicknamed the Ping, was recorded in the Arctic Ocean. Local hunters in the area reported that the sound appeared to be actively scaring away game from the region, disrupting traditional hunting patterns. Unlike the deep Pacific recordings on this list, The ping happened somewhere people actually lived and worked. It wasn't an abstract data point on a hydrophone chart. It was a sound real communities heard, felt, and were affected by, and like the others, it has never been definitively explained.